Alright geezers, it's me, I'm back. I know, you don't want to hear from me right now, you're still angry, fine. This is more of a public service announcement. Another shameless attempt to garner views here, yeah. Not to be confused with a public service announcement, that's something totally different. And I've put those days long behind me. In today's Breaking Truths, EDP has been spotted. He's recently resurfaced like, well, sewage, I suppose. Under, I don't know, what's his name? Brent Hardwood? Brent Morningstar? Something like that. I don't have the screenshot open. I really can't be fucked, dear viewer. We're going back to vintage Earth Apologist with this one. It's a JPEG on a screen in 480p with me kind of ostensibly talking about it. Alright, don't get your hopes up. There's no flashing lights. There's no jingling of car keys. There's no spinning JPEGs. I'm going back to the vintage. Yeah, the 45 vinyl Earth Apologist. The chop up the soul, set on his goals Earth Apologist. The no effort in the YouTube videos Earth Apologist. Yeah. But EDP, enter that prison, I believe is what it stands for. Or as I like to call him, he's that paedophile. Isn't he? See, I can say that because I don't pronounce the H. I'm a non-rotic speaker. Some would go as far to call me an erotic speaker, yeah? That's one for the enunciation heads in the audience, yeah? Big up the enunciation massive. What do you want from me? Comment below. No, seriously, what do you want from me? This geezer has been spotted. He was recently, well, no, he wasn't recently. Quite a while ago. I feel like it was 2 years ago now, maybe even longer. He was exposed in a sting. One of these vigilante paedophile hunting operations carried out by people desperate to be Chris Hansen with none of the media training or, dare I say, charisma. These really are bottom feeders, the sorts of troglodytes that make this content. And I believe the people that stung EDP originally were outed as scumbags themselves. So once again, it's the thing I keep going on about, dear viewer. They come online pretending to be vigilantes, pretending to be Bruce fucking Wayne saving the kids. And then, like everyone else, like Hello, I'm Alex, or Illuminati, once again, they're outed as scumbags themselves. So I'm really getting tired of rehashing the same old shite. But he was stung. He was trying to meet a 13-year-old, something about cupcakes. He came for cupcakes. He came with the cupcakes. I don't know. I've sort of half followed it. He was then exposed again by another Chris Hansen impersonator. This one styles himself as such. What's his name? Sloppy Jean? Skeeter Jean? Something like that. Jean the Ween? Jean the Magic Man? I don't fucking know, dear viewer. It's the fella. He sort of looks like a character from the kids show Arthur if he was made real. Right? No. You know who I'm talking about. The Jean fella. You'd be able to find him. Type into YouTube Chris Hansen impersonator. He'll probably be the first result. He looks like a character from the Arthur, I suppose not cinematic universe, televisual universe, made into a real person. Please, someone out there, comment below. Tell me I'm not going insane. He looks like some sort of Aardvark type character. Is that a racialist comment? Am I allowed to say that? I can have a go at some white people, if that helps, yeah? What white person would you like me to have a go at? Do comment below and I'll have a go at them. I feel like most of the people I have a go at are white people, so don't know where I'm going with that. Yeah, he was exposed again. for attempting to meet with children. I don't think any full fat kids were harmed in the making of these sting operations, but I mean, I find it very dubious that this is his first rodeo, if you catch my drift. I find it very unlikely that just by sheer happenstance, the one time he gets caught is the first and only time he's done it. So chances are he has nonced at least a child, which is very unnerving. I don't think he ever saw justice because all of these vigilante groups don't know what the fuck they're doing. They end up bungling their own investigations. They get in the way of official police procedure, and essentially... you see this with the Mummy Max situation. That fucker. We do have stories on that guy, by the way. I will cover it at some point. But they get in the way of justice. These, these freedom fighters. These, children protective forces, or whatever the fuck they style themselves as. They end up inadvertently having more kids victimised because of their feckless incompetence. They really are gormless people, and I'm against vigilantes for this reason. I get it. There are gripes to be had with American law enforcement, British law enforcement, Dutch law enforcement, if such thing exists. Every police force has its own issues, but excuse the French, smegheads who don't know what the fuck they're doing do not make it any better. They get in the way of official investigations, and more times than not, they essentially hand a nonce, potentially, a get out of jail free card. And I believe that's what happened here, because he never saw the inside of a cell, if I'm correct. Because of these bungling nimrods. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they're doing it for clout. They don't give a fuck about kids. Most of them are paedophiles. Sorry you had to hear it from me. I'm not calling this Skeeter Jean a nonce. I'm not calling him a register evader. I'm just pointing out he looks a little bit like a cartoon aardvark. I'm sorry you had to hear it from me. He does. And this geezer, he makes sort of like Mr. Beast style nonce exposés, which I have to hand it to him. It is novel. It is a novel way to capitalise on. Oh fuck, I'm almost out of battery. Oh bollocks. I'm at 10%. How did that happen? Hang on, let me plug myself in. You wouldn't like me when I'm unplugged, dear viewer. I can promise you that much. Let me get myself plugged in before I die. Okay, we're just going to have to... honestly, this is real guerrilla shit. I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, he's doing like Mr. Beast style exposés of predators. Nonce thought he was winning a Lamborghini. He gets busted instead. And they're doing these like soy jack woe faces on the thumbnail with this red sports car next to a would-be child molester looking sad. And it's just, I'm not here for it. It's novel. I can at least hand them that. My issue is not the exploitation of child sexual abuse. Okay, by all means, we live in a capitalist, laissez-faire, an absolute hellscape of a society. If that's what makes bank, make that bank. But don't wrap it up as you being some fucking vigilante. Yeah, child protection force or whatever the fuck. Don't act like you're anything more than a money-hungry charlatan, because that's what you are, okay? And if you can be honest about it, I don't give a fuck about kids. I don't care about bringing would-be paedophiles to justice. I'm just doing this for clout. If you can say that and you can stand up and you can actually have some conviction, you can actually be a vertebrate for once in your godforsaken life, all the power to you. Okay, all the power to you. I can at least respect the honesty. But once again, my view piglet, my computer's about to take off. Fucking hell. Once again, my view piglet, and he's fucking the blanket. It's behind me. Honestly, the conditions in which I'm expected to work, they never do. They can never be honest. This is my problem with 90% of the nicheite toe rags I cover on this channel. They can't just be honest about what they are. Yes, I'm a scumbag. Yes, give me your money. Give me your money now. I'm honest about it, dear viewer. Okay? I'm the last honest man on this wretched fucking website, and I've done 10 minutes now. I can fuck off. But yeah, this is just a public service announcement. Nonce alert. Yeah, keep an eye out. He has resurfaced, this EDP fella. He was, I don't know, he used to do videos talking about the plough keepsy gypsies, or I don't fucking know. American rugby, it's not a real sport. They call it football for some reason. God knows why. No feet are involved. And yeah, I can't respect you. If you're not going to take part in the sport everyone else does, why on earth should I observe your silly little sport ball game? The Washington Raiders? Oh, do you remember that vintage historical showdown between the White Sox and the New England Patriots? Oh, it was awesome. They were hooping the bat. They were stumping the quarterback. Oh, it was historic. It was absolutely historic. They did a full run. Do you remember when the Arizona tax evaders did the try line and they got the trifecta and they won all the 7 rings? Oh, I remember. I remember that historic day in base hoop ball history. It was great. And of course, then there were the Vermont Giants. And who could forget my favourite team? Yeah, underrated. They're not the greatest team, I can admit that. But I feel they are not given the spotlight they deserve. Yeah? The Las Vegas Homunculuses. I think they're great. I'm a homunculi head. You hear it here first. I can't hide it any longer. I love the Las Vegas Homunculuses. I think they're a great team. Lovely boys. And I love their coach, Brian Belichick. He's a great bloke. I've met him. He's a lovely guy. And I love you. God bless yourself. And I'm sorry you had to hear it from me. I really am.